Hey world, it's being willing to come back to another video. Family, I'm tripping right now. This segment of real news versus fake news, and the fact that first they started rationing water in the summertime, and now they're going to begin rationing electricity in the winter times. I knew this was going to happen, family, because you got to realize, if you political, you got to ask yourself why. Okay? Because how is it that Trump is out of office, Biden's in office, and he ain't been in office 2 months, and our situation is worse now than it was the last 4 years? You say, how do you say that? I don't remember one time this happened in 4 years where we had winter storms. Remember, family, these winter storms, these Arctic blasts and whatnot, this has been happening forever. This isn't unprecedented. Okay? And so I'm in Texas. Right now, I'm in Austin right now. God, I can't even get back to the crib. I can't even get back to H-Town. All the lights are out. And you talking, this should be an eye-opener for us. And that's why I say pay yourself first, family. Because what I want to impart to you guys is, if we stay cognitively dissonant and not be conscious of what's going on around us at all times, these are the situations that we get put in. If you don't have a generator, if you live in an apartment or a townhouse, guys, and your lights are out, man, my heart goes out to you. You know what I'm saying? And may the Most High inside of you bring you strength, warmth, and security. Okay? Because remember, we manifest our own reality. But that can't happen until we start understanding the reality we live in. And the reality is this. There's not one politician suffering from blackouts or no electricity or no running water. The people that's supposed to serve us are living way better than we are. And so let this be an eye-opening experience, family. Pay yourself first. Have cash on hand. All right? Have cash on hand. Because see, right now in Austin, a lot of these places that are closed down, think about how much money they're losing, right? And I'm talking not the company themselves, but I'm talking about the individuals that are employees for these companies that can't go to work, losing hours, that check gonna be short, right? And how you gonna compensate for that? And not only that, if you just look at the kids. See, what they never talk about is the number of kids in school that depends on their breakfast and their lunch. And when you have situations like this, where, they can't get to the school to get the lunch and the breakfast because schools are shut down, how are they going to eat? The homeless, what's going on with them, right? And so pay yourself first, family, and let this not, and if you're in a situation right now where you're sitting in the dark, because these people chose to turn the electricity off. Think about this for a minute. How is it that they tell us we need to ration water during the summer times? You have certain days where you can water your lawn, certain days where you can use water. You got to ask yourself, when did water, become limited? Never seen it before. Now you have electricity that they saying we need to conserve electricity. Family, I don't remember ever anyone walking around having the electricity in their brain and electricity in their heart become limited. Never. And if you've been paying attention, your government officials are telling us that, hey, we need to conserve electricity, right? So that other people can have it. If we don't conserve electricity, then we have to shut it down. Right now we have rolling blackouts, controlled rolling blackouts. What does that mean? That means they turning on and turning off the switch. They're picking winners and losers. Right? They're telling you, please don't wash your clothes right now. Set your thermostat to 60 or 65 degrees. When it's 20 degrees outside? So to look out for your fellow Americans. That's not how it's supposed to go, family. If they're telling you to prepare for these winter blasts by dripping your water faucets, by covering your pipes, well, shouldn't they have done the same thing with these electrical grids? And that's the big misconception. If they choosing to cut off electricity on some people and turn it on other people, then you got to ask yourself, why am I dependent on them? Pay yourself first, family. Buy yourself a generator. Have the extra cash on hand, because there's a lot of businesses I heard that are open right now, they're only taking cash. Think about the number of kids out here and infants out here, mothers and fathers, grandmothers and grandparents, the elderly, the young, are affected mostly by this. And what happened to COVID? This is a tough situation, family, and no one is questioning it. When you can shut the whole nation down and have the whole nation wear masks and don't even give a really factual evidence to show if masks even work or prevent you from getting COVID. I was a paramedic for several years, family. And I tell you, those that wear masks are those that are sick. If you're not sick, why are you wearing a mask? The first 100 days of Biden's office, all he's been doing, these first 100 days, been signing executive orders, been making sure that transgender rights are acknowledged, making sure that guys that are transgender, going from men to women, can participate in sports against our particular females, our queens, our goddesses, our princesses, having to go up against men. But that doesn't make sense, because I promise you there's not one FTM, a female to male, identification trying to compete with boys. Not happening, because biologically they know it's not even conceivable. You dig? And so now we have all of these, men that say I identify as a female, competing against our females. Sad state of affairs, family. Sad state of affairs. And of course my camera is tripping right now. I don't know what that's about. They don't want me talking. But let me get on up out of here. Remember, pay yourself first, family. And in the meantime, between time, may the Most High Inside you bring you joy. And Cynthia in A-Town, stay safe, girl. And being with us out of 5,000.